Alright. So my phone just cut off on me. So I was doing it for so long. So that was an hour out. It says I only have 30 minutes and 17 minutes left. So I'm gonna keep it rolling. That's arm rotations that we just did. So lastly, we're gonna do the jogging in place that y'all already seen. So that's like running like you're on a treadmill, kicking your heels up like this, running in place. So pretend like you're on a treadmill while also pretending like you have a punching bag in your face. You know, like in the arcade games, like in arcades, and they have this, like the boxers do. So like this, jogging in place for 30 seconds. Like I said, I'm skinny, so my stuff is falling down. So, like you're a boxer at the gym, working on that punching bag, that small one. So that works on your speed, and then jogging that works on your endurance. You know what I mean? So I only have 30 minutes left, so I have to keep it moving. So that's jogging in place for 30 seconds, like I just did. Okay. For 30 seconds. All right. So that was the full workout of the exercise. So next, we're gonna talk about the 3 video games. I'm not gonna show them for copyright purposes. So after you're done working out heavy, like I just did, you can relax and do your favorite hobbies. Hold on. So my mouth all dry. It's hard for me to talk right now. So after you're done working out hard, like I just did, you could even drink a water. But really, as soon as you're done working out, you should be walking over to your favorite hobby of your choice that gives you benefits. But mainly, what I noticed, my favorite benefits that I love the most is playing video games because it's fun and it gives you real world practical skills. So I found 3 amazing video games that I play that are ranked and casual that help my memory, my reaction time, my quick thinking, and my critical thinking skills and logic. So that's playing 3 video games, but I really have 4. My 4th one is called Fun Games. And I play those mindlessly that I don't take too seriously, not like the other games that I'm about to do right now. So these are my 3 games that I play ranked and casual, and I play them one time each or until I lose my streak. So, and that's mainly in ranked. So, my 3 video games are Mortal Kombat 11, and that's a fighting game, and that's specifically for memory that I do for to remember the skill list. Like you press start and press like once you're in the game, you could press start or pause, and you could go to your move list, and you will see something like down, back, X, circle to do their special moves. Like for example, Goku does like Kamehameha or he charges up, but he has to remember his skill set list to do that. So that's specifically for memory. That's how I'm able to do these videos like this. I'm able to have that good memory. So that's my first video game of Mortal Kombat 11 specifically. And you could do any fighting game that you want, but as long as it requires doing like those moves like down, up, X, like cheat codes or something like that, or move lists. So that's Mortal Kombat 11 specifically. And my favorite character is Fujin. So that's one, and I would play that game until I would go on ranked, and I would go until I lose my streak. And y'all seen that I was on 11. My streak was 11, and that was the first time I played it, like the first week. So Mortal Kombat 11 for the memory. The next one is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 from the year 2022 all the way up to 2024 to about 5 once they released Black Ops 6. So that's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and 3. But shout out to the one from 2009 though, and 11 or 12. And I specifically play that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and 3 for my reaction time and my quick thinking. So that's specifically for reaction time. But you can play these three games and all these other games for reaction time purposes too. But I realized that boosts my reaction time the most, and as well as my intuition. So that's reaction time, intuition, and quick thinking. But Mortal Kombat 11 does that too, but I don't specifically play it for that. I play it for memory. So that's Mortal Kombat 11. Then we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 for my quick thinking, reaction time, and intuition. And lastly, oh, and that's a first person shooter by the way. That's how we see things in our first person view. And not like in GTA that's called third person where we can see behind us and all that stuff. I don't have that ability. Well, I can, like in our imagination, but not like on our daily life. We see in first person. Like if we close our eyes, we can see in third person. Like if we picture it and imagine it, creativity. But mainly we're in first person. So that and how to see that perfectly, you go to this game Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and 3 because it's like very very fast paced and you have to react quick because it's right in your face, like reality. So that's the first person shooter for reaction time, quick thinking, and intuition. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and 3. Lastly, well not lastly, but the third game specifically for my skills and reaction, my skills and reality is the tactical shooter Rainbow Six Siege, and I use that for logic, and I use that for critical thinking, as well as intuition. So that's a really good one for intuition. You have to use that very very heavy to use prediction skills, predictive. So that's tactical shooters for logic, critical thinking, Rainbow Six Siege, and lastly, now this is my last game for the ones that I play daily for the morning, afternoon, and night. So it's Mortal Kombat 11, Call of Duty, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and 3. So many cars. It's Saturday. People be having cookouts and parties. All right. So, like I have 4 games. It's the first one is Mortal Kombat 11, and that's for my memory and reaction time, as well as intuition and all those other stuff, but mainly for my memory. First person shooter, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, 2022 through 2024. And that's for my reaction time, quick thinking, and intuition. Third is my tactical shooter game, Rainbow Six Siege, and that's for logic, critical thinking, and intuition skills. And lastly, for my fun game that you can play mindlessly, that you don't have to worry about your rank or with the tactical shooter, you only get one life. That's a huge difference in playing that compared to the other ones. You can respawn after you die on specifically Rainbow Six Siege. You have to wait there and sit and look at your teammate play until the next game. And those games last about 35 minutes. So if you leave, they'll penalize you. Then you can't play it for a while after your third game for rage quitting. So that's why it's really important to use your critical thinking skills, intuition, and logic playing those games, as well as team based playing and your leadership skills. So that's the tactical shooter Rainbow Six Siege for that. mainly that for logic, critical thinking, team-based skills, leadership, etc., etc. All right. That's Rainbow Six Siege. So lastly, this is the game that you can play for fun. You don't really have to worry about your skills or anything. This is the fun games that you can play mindlessly. And it's not an insult to say that you can play these mindlessly. That's just fun that you can play that you don't have to think about. But they do have these they do have these rankings and all that in these games. But I don't play it for that. I play it for fun. So the games that I play mindlessly are Destiny 2, Left 4 Dead 2, and Call of Duty Black Ops 1 Zombies. And specifically, like well, not specifically, but the zombie maps of Kino den Untoten, 5, Call of the Dead, Ascension, Moon, Shangri-La, those type of fun maps. They're very, very fun. You can play them mindlessly and you can always restart the game at any moment in time. Okay, so once again, those are fun games that you can play. And those boost your skills too, those same type of reaction skills, intuition, and logic. But I don't do it for that. I play it just to, these are fun games. Because those other three games I play it specifically like to wake myself up in the morning. It's like coffee or like breakfast, if you will. But these are my hobbies that I love to play. And it doesn't feel like work, you know what I mean? So these are the four games: Mortal Kombat 11 for memory. The second game was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 from 2022 to 2024 up to 25. For my reaction time, quick thinking, and intuition. My third game is Rainbow Six Siege for logic, critical thinking, intuition, and reaction time. And then lastly, my fourth game is that I play mindlessly for fun, that I don't have to worry about playing professionally and ranked and all that. So that's Destiny 2, Left 4 Dead 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 1 Zombies, the maps of Kino den Untoten, 5, Shangri-La, Ascension, Moon, and Call of the Dead. So that's all the video games that I play. The time is 9:17. So this is after you're done doing the exercise, and after you're doing these heavy exercises, these boost up your energy, so you'll have that quick thinking compared to other people who just sit around all day instead of, because it builds up the fat in their brain and all that, so they can't think as quick and sharp. So they'll play like a robot instead of playing like a real human being, and actually have that imagination and creativity while playing, especially while in the fighting games. They won't see it coming. So, and it helps you aim better on Call of Duty and Rainbow Six Siege. So, after you're playing these four games that you love so much, you'll look at 3 TV shows. You can look at 3 TV shows at one time. Like there you go, right here, Paradise PD, and Black Mirror and all that stuff. But I don't recommend looking at something like Black Mirror. That's dystopian. So that would kind of make you sad going to work before watching that. So I recommend looking at something funny, looking at an action show, or looking at a cartoon to keep your innocence and to make sure that you have a happy day. For example, looking at your one TV show in the morning, the funny TV show should be like a stand-up comedy, such as like Donald Glover or Bill Burr or Eddie Murphy or somebody like that. Somebody that's like stand-up, who does stand-up comedy. Even Samuel Jackson or somebody. Well, no. I mean, Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac. So that's one TV show. But Samuel Jackson, he's funny too, by the way. I was thinking stand up. So that you could do 3 TV shows, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. And there's another TV show, BoJack Horseman. So you could look at one TV show in the morning, one TV show in the afternoon, and you could look at one TV show at night. So you could really spread them out if you want to, or you could do three apiece: three in the morning, three in the afternoon, three at night. But that's a lot of TV. But not really, not really. But you know, for me it is. So in the morning time, you could look at one funny show, such as Donald Glover, like a stand-up, and then you could look at an action show such as like Dragon Ball Z or something, and you could look at one cartoon such as Neo Yokio, some type of anime to keep your innocence, like Beavis and the Butthead. You could look at fun little shows like that, and that's all. Not action, but it's like fast paced, I guess. That's what I mean by action. You could look at fast paced shows, but nothing depressing, nothing sad like Law and Order or nothing weird. Not weird, but like you know, it could be weird in a positive way. So that's one funny show. Look at that, look at Law and Order right here. Nothing like that. That's gonna make you sad going to work. But it could put you in a vibe. It could put you in a professional vibe, or to make you appreciate life. But looking at animes and cartoons, I never seen this show before. But Netflix. So you could look at your three shows, and then at nighttime you could look at one good movie. Look at a positive movie. Nothing scary. And you could even look at something like WWE, like for the action show, like something that gets you hype in the morning, to get your blood pumping. You know what I mean? To get you in that working spirit, that high value, high performance state in the flow. That's a good show. Bill Burr. That's a very, very funny show. So I recommend that. Another funny show is Paradise PD. So look at good shows like that in the morning. So you could choose to look at one show of those, or you could look at all three in the morning. But only once in the morning. You shouldn't be looking at more than one. You should look at like one episode each. You know what I'm saying? Like one episode that's funny, one episode that's action, one episode that's cartoon. Like one episode that's funny, such as Stand Up or that Paradise PD. One that's action, such as Dragon Ball Z or like Demon Slayer or something like that. Fast paced. To put you in that heroic feeling. And then lastly, a good cartoon, such as Neo Yokio, Kakagori, something like that. So, after you're done looking at your TV shows, after you're done playing your video games, your 4 video games, one time through, or until you're done your streak, you should be studying your career, long-term goal, such as like cybersecurity or being an actuary or doing a YouTube channel. And like I said, it's good to have these motivations while being outside, so you don't let anybody trick you out your position, so you don't go to jail or try to fight anybody or try to rob. You know what I'm saying? I just ate some food, so now I got the hiccups. So, and this is after you're done looking at your TV shows. So that's when you get into your adult career and everything. So that's studying your long term career before going to your 9 to 5 job. Like let's say I work at McDonald's, but I have to think of the bigger picture as like not just working at McDonald's. Like after I'm done going to McDonald's, I have to work my second job, and that would be being like a consultant doing cybersecurity or something like that, and or doing YouTube as like a third job. So so you can do that even while working at McDonald's. So studying your career, long term job, and this is all before 9 o'clock. Not right now. It's 9 o'clock right now, but I'm saying it would have been 4 in the morning, so you would have been done all this by 9 o'clock. So you should already have your clothes ready for tomorrow, your work clothes and your outside clothes. So study your career long term. Like getting on the computer, like remembering stuff, like the 10 forms of hacking, 5 types of encryption standards. So Big mouth. So like I said, learning was studying your long-term goals such as cybersecurity and actuary, or even YouTube. Also, meal prepping, like preparing your meal for the day. Like you should only be eating twice a day, really, and no snacks. So you should be eating two whole meals, and you should be eating a good veggie lunch. I learned that from Teen Titans Go. A veggie lunch. It should be like a big. It should be a big plate of vegetables. So like green beans, broccoli, spinach, collard greens, sweet potatoes, if you will, even mashed potatoes. So good stuff like that. Just so it could be like it's good for your body. Like it's not too heavy, not too light, and it's good for your brain. It's good brain food and good for the soul. I would even consider that soul food, even though it's not ribs or mac and cheese. You know what I'm saying? So that's meal prepping. You should eat that before 7:30. Not that vegetable meal. You can eat that, but that's for lunch. But that could be that you could consider that dessert. That could be a vegetarian dessert after you're done eating a whole hearty meal, and that would be consist of like ribs, mac and cheese, string beans, and collard greens, because that's a balanced whole meal of protein, vegetables, starch, all that. You get me? So that would be your whole meals, and that would be your dinner and lunch. So, and you should eat all that before 7:30 p.m. Okay. So, and that's why you're studying your career, your long-term goals. So this is after you're done playing your video games, done watching your TV, doing your exercise, doing your 30-minute walk, putting your feet in the grass, meditating, praying, and all that. So this would have been your meal prep. You get the food you cook beforehand. This would have been the time. Like you see how it's like dark right now. You should be. It's silent. So you should be doing all your food prepping instead of watching TV, being on YouTube, being on social media, and all that. You should be alone or with your significant other doing this. So you would have been, cooking like frying chicken, baking chicken, cooking corned beef or something like that, and then green beans, sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, and all that. So that would have been your meal prep for the next day, and you would have ate that before 7:30. The time is what 9:28. So I only have 30 minutes. Time is 23, and I only have up till 30. So let me keep it moving. So that would have been your meal prep, and you would have did a veggie lunch during around 12 to 3 o'clock. So that would have been your time. You wouldn't have ate breakfast. You would have been doing all this work. So you would have been nice and hungry, and you would have destroyed that huge veggie lunch of broccoli, green beans, collard greens, and all that good stuff. Okay. So that would have been your veggie lunch, and then you would have, and then the meal prep, which I just said right now, you would have been getting ready for your 7:30 dinner of corned beef, collard greens. What is it? What is it? I forgot the thing. The vegetables or whatever, and then sweet potatoes and mashed potatoes and mac and cheese and all that. Okay. So and then after that, you would have, because you're supposed to brush your teeth twice a day. So you would have brushed your teeth in the morning time, and you would have brushed your teeth at night. So this would have been the time that you brush your teeth and take a good shower at 9 o'clock. It's what 9:30 right now. So you would have had brushed your teeth, washed your face, mouthwash, got in the shower, washed your hair, body wash, and not shampoo, and use soap. Oh, I actually forgot one thing. So in between of the TV shows and video games, you would have looked at one podcast. So that's looking at Joe Rogan or the Lex Friedman podcast to look at all the high value people that you're competing with in society, and to see your peers at the highest forms, such as Donald Trump, Elon Musk, J.D. Vance, the CEO of Nvidia, Peter Thiel, all those type of people at the highest form, since we don't see them on a daily basis. That's the best way to see them, since instead of Twitter, seeing just their tweets. So you can actually see them in real time for 3 hours and see how they operate. So that's the Joe Rogan podcast. That's JoeRogan podcast. The Joe Rogan podcast. And then the other one is the Lex Friedman podcast. So that's LEXRFRIED. Lex Friedman. Lex Friedman podcast. And you can see the people at the highest forms, such as Elon Musk, Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, Peter Thiel, the guy from Nvidia, Mark Rubin from the music industry. Everybody at different social classes and politics. It's a really it's the best podcast you could look at right now on a logical level. And this once again this helps you learn communication at the highest forms to see how people operate and see what's socially acceptable and how to interact with elite people in those spaces. Okay, so that's looking at one podcast each, because the podcast is about 3 hours long, but I recommend just 1 hour, 1 hour of it, 1 hour of the podcast. So that's after you're done playing your 4 video games, and then after you're done looking at that podcast for 1 hour, you can look at some TV. So you can pick and choose if you want to look at more of the podcast, or you can look at your TV. But the TV show should be they should all be positive though. It should be like it should be an action TV show, such as like WWE, one episode of it for 30 minutes. One stand-up comedy such as Donald Glover or Bill Burr, something funny like that. Or a stand-up comedy of Bill Burr or Eddie Murphy, which is funny. Or you could look at a cartoon such as Neo Yokio Kakegurui, that's Kakeguri, Gory, or a cartoon such as this. I've never seen this before, but something like that. It's called Dig Man. So that's after you're done looking at your podcast. You should be looking at 3 shows per morning, afternoon, and night. Or you could do one apiece. One funny in the morning, one action-paced show in the afternoon, and then one cartoon at night for innocence. And then you could look at one good movie, such as like Wolf on Wall Street or War Dogs or something like Whiplash or Kingsman, or even a Disney movie like Nemo or Up or Ratatouille or Inside Out. Just a positive movie to help you go to sleep to. But you shouldn't be looking at this while going to sleep. This should be all before 7:30 or 8 o'clock, so you can get ready for bed to have the best sleep and wake up early for 4 a.m. to do the same thing. So once again, you do your meal prep of 2. You could do a breakfast if you want, such as eggs, steak, pancakes, French toast. But that might make you kind of tired and attract unwanted spirits on you, because a lot of things are attracted to that stuff, eggs and all that. That's why it's important to go vegan, to get all those type of spirits out of you. So that's why I recommend not eating breakfast. But if you really feel like you need to and get your weight up, you can eat that breakfast, a good healthy breakfast. but also eating that lunch, that healthy veggie lunch of broccoli, collard greens, and all that stuff. And you might fart a lot, you know what I'm saying? But it's healthy for you. So, all right, so we're gonna stop right there. I only have 17 seconds, so peace.